I don't mind the Morphling. I think the best way to lane this was some kind of a patch combination. And well, with the patch gone now, there's only one type of hero left to pick. It's gonna be a spirit hero, but not just any spirit hero, the Void Spirit gunner for you to get that kind of stage of immortality for the Slark. Slark now jumping the Snapfire, would like to get himself the first blood on Slark, sell it, and Slark will get himself both the first blood as well as the permanent point of agility going there. Of course, people always tell me, Joe, you overvalue those infinite stats. Joe, nobody cares about the flash heaps or the silencer in Rider, cause if you want a lasso and you get Remnant, it is gonna pretty much waste the Bat Rider ultimate. And it looks like on top lane. Wow, so on bottom, Xiao Yu actually traded for Fonte as that Snapfire went on down. While on top lane there was like LWW, has a ton of spells available to cast right now. TZY taking a ton of damage from the Dazzle Zone with the wand is gonna get outplayed. MKS got himself that one kill. And both of these cores are actually coming online now on the bottom lane. Xiao Yu is gonna run down Guo, but for what? Well, it may just be for a kill. Slark still trying to juke this. Still trying to get the Snapfire, however. But he also knows they will not let him escape if there is at all a choice in the matter, and yeah. It's gonna be another kill on tonight. Right now, however, the gold lead is in favor of Unity Gaming, which I think was to be expected, but from here on out. Well, I don't know, I mean, one of the things... Okay, Dolphin. Still mad fighting it up against Knight's Void Spirit. And he does of course have perfect rune control, being a Void Spirit and all. However, Dolphin is beefy as hell, got a lot more nuke potential. And this Knight Void Spirit, well, I love the pick. I think it really needs team fights to work out, which right now aren't beef out. Instead, Knight actually kind of struggling, all things considered. As a mid laner who wins his lane, you're not supposed to be this far behind. Yeah, you're definitely not supposed to be up against an Ownage here. And it looks like Dazzle will be the first one to get caught. Slark gonna lock the Dazzle in place, gotta steal all of those attributes, and Fonte will get himself another point of permanent agility. Fonte now man fighting it up into the Morphling actually, and Morphling realizes he made a mistake as there may be more people there than he bargained for. Void Spirit now manages to jump himself out. But that's Slark being able to play like he wants to. And that's scary, because while I don't think Slark is a scary hero, he is just so fun to watch when he gets this crucial momentum, when he gets to this point in the game. Because hit a 1-for-0 3-1, and Fonte, he was looking for the Void Spirit, instead finds the Dazzle. And on the back of that fight with the Doom ultimate, Dolphin is gonna get himself ran down. MKS may die for that one as Slark still chips away at his attributes. Now Doom finds himself out of position. Xiao Yu getting right down by the Slark. Slark not really sure who's the target, but Fonte, he's just gonna keep hitting people until there's no more free attributes on his screen to be stolen. Mr. Fishman is gonna keep a peek out. Doombringer, however, stays safe as instead Morphling kills of YP. At least for now, and wait, sell it? Oh, okay. He got one shot by the Tusk on the mid lane. Now that's fair. Tusk, he's got his Desolate completed and will immediately use that to one-shot off a Snapfire, who wasn't really in favor of Unity Gaming. Meanwhile, interesting, we will see the YP play the greedy Hoodwink, so it is gonna be a Maelstrom. It is gonna be that Hoodwink just going for a bit of extra magical damage. And it's gonna be a catch on the Doombringer with the lasso, actually preventing him from teleporting out. Slark is just hitting into him. Out comes the Shallow Grave, but guess what? That's only gonna help Fonte out as now he gets more permanent agility stolen. Or not permanent, but temporary ones. And You know, if it's 72 temporary agility stone, I think you're still pretty happy with that. That's still pretty freaking Unity Gaming really have to watch themselves, really have to play this careful. And speaking of playing it careful, Doom goes on down on the bottom lane this time around. There was a response force ready, so they will punish for that gank. Dolphin is gonna die, and it's gonna be mid lane for off lane trade. Now Fonte comes on in with like man fight that. But just because you'd like something doesn't mean you're actually gonna get it. More fighting going on as LWW goes on down. Morph comes on in with the waveform. Still doing his best to right click for so much damage. And a two-man's Mortimer's Kisses will drive everyone back, at least for now. Abaddon is gonna get caught as there is no more ultimate available, making that kill look almost easy. Slark able to jump himself out. Slark could be in a bit of trouble. Little does he know it, as he's instead gonna go for the Dazzle. And there's 3 people ready to jump on him. Fonte has to get himself out, however. It looks like his team arrives to provide him some backup. Waveform through everyone, leading to MKS switching into a Slark. And oh my god, he wants to do the Morphling Steel permanent agility thing. And he will get himself 1 point of agility stone right back from this Abaddon. I love that interaction so much. I love that Morphling is just gonna keep free agility if you steal them while being morphed into a Slark. I already got a map on, like a map skin, where you can actually see the juke path, where you can actually get a better understanding of where you can stand. But now, this time around, the Shadow Grave isn't quite gonna be there by just a fraction of a second, but that means MKS is gonna take so much damage. Task instead is gonna help Slark set up that guaranteed kill. And guess what? On the mid lane there was another kill being enabled. Yeah, well, this Slark issue needs to be addressed. Instead, LWW, this support Dazzle, every time he's been trying to get vision down, this happens to him. Well, this time around it's Tusk as well, but that's just a question of who's chilling behind you.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So, you know, altogether Unity, they finally are able to trade. But they do not get the vision, they do not actually get the advantage that Dazzle is trying to give them, right? When your support is trying to get you those all-important teamfight words to kind of make a comeback happen, then you're not like, oh yeah, our support just enabled a good trade. No, you're like, crap, we're still missing the vision. Let's hope we can fight this before it's too late. But Fonte comes on in, one right click after the other, hit after hit after hit after hit, and YP already down to Knight on the Void Spirit, because that Void Spirit is so strong when it comes to jumping the backline. MKS being kept alive, and instead TZY, while doomed up, is just gonna go down to the right clicks. Double kill for Knight, and this Void Spirit after the shop, it's only gonna be the one. Whoa, whoa, getting dived, and does have the ultimate ready though, and is gonna use that last second onto the Doombringer here. With that self-doom, he has everything he needs to fight into this Slark, and that means Abaddon is just gonna go down. Doom pinned back onto a tree. Sharpshooter, it's gonna fly on out straight into the Dazzle. So everyone is kind of poked low health. Now in the backline, Spat Rider comes in and wants the Dazzle. Instead, it's gonna be found by the Doom, just dragging the Doom into the Hoodwink and under the tower, which should be plenty of damage to go for a kill with the Glide Blade. That's gonna do it. TZY will secure the kill. Chow Yu, LWW goes on down to Dolphin, and YP is gonna get nuked. So everything will be fine by the end of it. I mean, fun. Okay, the gang squad is just gonna connect on a YP Hoodwink. I mean, that Hoodwink was sent forward to scout out for potential gangs, so we're gonna see whether or not Hoodwink missing is actually gonna be that huge of a deficit. Slark would like to manfight, but once again the self-doom is ruining his opportunity to go on in. Dazzle gets caught by the Gleipnir. Jungle Creep's actually trying to kill off Dazzle there, and Doom will be blinking into the Tusk. That's self-Doom wearing up, but in comes the Morphing. And this fight is still going to keep on going. Slark one hit after the other onto the Doombringer. No wonder he's taking so much damage with that. Wave pack behind him. Evident is going to fall. Set it still. Man fighting it up, and he manages to turn around onto TZY. TZY is going to go down as the YP on that Hoodwink. And Unity Gaming, they get the outplay they've been looking for. Having the better focus fight, the better team fight. And that entire team fight, it turned around when at bottom lane there was the more freaking 800 something gold, and he died for just 100 gold more. Yeah, I had faith in the Slark draft, because I know what Slark is capable of in the current patch still. However, like this, the game's looking very, very hard all of a sudden for the side of Gorilla, but Gorilla will get themselves a nice comeback kill. So by the end of it, it's Unity who are forcing the aggression, it's Unity who are kind of in charge of the game, and you need to do something about it. Slark comes on in, jumps the Void Spirit, and it's gonna kill him off. So Slark, he has found some free food once again, needs a lot more of that. 20 points of permanent agility stolen, but I wonder what Fonte is gonna build. That's actually a huge kill. Look at how much MKS is worth. The point where Doom 6 slotted. And it's not just about the gold anymore. Slark, he's gonna get jumped with the self-Doom once again. Did get the BKB off though, and is now instead gonna try to hunt down supports. Will turn around onto the Doombringer with a cookie with the chains. That Slark is being kept locked down and cannot even press. I think that was still the Shard ultimate, right? Yeah. He just didn't get to press Death Shroud. Is instead gonna die thanks to the stun lock, and that means Guru is now gonna be the next target caught, is now gonna be the next target dead. A cliff onto the Doom. Well, enjoy sitting up there. Bad Rider is gonna knock him down for that glide coming through from the Hoodwink, and Hoodwink will secure that kill. And it looks like Dolphin is still gonna make the cleanup happen there as he blinks forward. Got himself a double kill by the end of that fight, and look at that. Altogether, it's still a huge cleanup for the side of Gorilla, but it was just barely. It was off of nuisance that way. But having anti-healing against an Abaddon draft that actually relies on the Abaddon. And it looks like another fight breaking loose. Morphing will be entirely fine, however. Now we get a snowball back onto the Void Spirit. Void Spirit able to jump on out. Tusk coming in, still looking for a Knight with the Walrus Punch. And Fonte wants to be the one to secure that kill. Void Spirit manages to juke himself out, and Tusk will spot out that all 4 of the enemy team are sitting here. Void Spirit gets jumped on by the Slark. Slark once again struggling against the Doom. He is muted up to Oblivion, and that's probably going to be a Slark buyback at this rate. Because look at this now, Morphing comes on in, Guru hits the floor, Abaddon goes on down. 40 minutes of non-stop fighting action, and still everyone's game, but for the first time Unity Gaming are pulling ahead. Unity Gaming, of course, do have the better late game, so that's kind of what they're opting for here. And that's gonna be Guru dying to the Morphing as Morphing right clicking onto 1, right clicking onto 2. Dolphin goes on down. Fonte still trying to turn this around, but he is just a lone Slark against the entire team of people. All the buybacks have been used up as well, so if Slark dies, that's just gonna be GG. So Bad Rider is getting them all low health, is doing his best to man fight up here. Morphing simply does too much damage to him, and Fonte died as well. Yeah, I think it's GG already. There's not gonna be a comeback against this MKS Morphling. And honestly, the way Unity Gaming played, they show why they deserve to be in the finals. Both teams deliver their A game, right? Come into the finals saying, oh, we've gone through the playoffs so easily, this should be a stop. I'm not gonna lie, and out as well as the Drow Ranger. Yeah, either team, I could definitely agree, needs a high damage ranged hero to kind of sit in the backlines and get high impact going. And Unity, they will go with an Invoke for those team fights. And with that really fancy Invoker skin too. Up against Gorilla, who will pick themselves up a Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend, of course, the better space creator, and I can see this draft come together for Gorilla, provided they are able to. MKS in position for a hook, and he's gonna find that on the Dawnbreaker. The follow-up arrow is off the mark, but TZY still dropping low health and getting body blocked up by the Primal Beast. That's gonna be one first blood and a flash heap going the way of Unity Gaming, as they get exactly the start they wanted. Such a decisive roam around with that 0-minute smoke already paying off, but now another hook on Dolphin is gonna make him freaking rich. It's gonna give Clutch exactly the type of start he was looking for to jump into this game. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, do you think Gorilla still got a shot here? Because it is now looking difficult, and it's gonna start looking more difficult by the minutes. It's 2 of the runes already going the way of Unity, and not just that, but yet another kill onto Guo. It is already freaking offlaner, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Why? Well, how about a Marcy, right? Straight up the safest opener. A very logical pick, though it sucks with a lot of ranged heroes on the lane, because then the other heroes' attack range, kind of the range at which you want to harass, is exactly too long or too short for the rebound. There's very few heroes that have good attack range for rebound. Drow Ranger does, Wind Ranger does. Lina, I guess, is still, well, yeah, you can hit them well enough. It's kind of difficult later on during the team fights, but Lina more often than not gets Dragonlance still. So with Dragonlance you can keep that manageable. Wait, Invoker just got solo killed by Dolphin. How? Well, so the Jakiro, he goes down, getting harassed quite a bit by the Jakiro. As those high health, high strength heroes, it is very annoying to sit in lane against the dragon. He does have a ton of harass. Alright, let's check the mid lane before I end up missing. Wait, Patch, did he? No, okay. Hooker, not thrown out just yet, and he finds it a little bit too late to save his mate Jakiro. LWW is just gonna go down. And looking over at the mid, it's not gonna be any other solo kills happening on top of the Invoke. Wait a second, what? Okay, Fonte, he got onslaughted into an arrow. I mean, not every hero will be destroyed, but Unity Gaming, they would be forced to go for that pick-off game, right? And how do you play pick-off and catch kind of gaming? On bottom lane, Mirana is the first one to die after getting glimpsed back by Guo. And now Guo is gonna die for that. To Xiaoyu still walking it off on the Primal Beast, is gonna be able to escape Fonte. And Fonte on that Naga Siren. It's gotta feel bad when you're one of the most dangerous carries in the game and Primal Beast just does this to you. However, even if the arrow connects, if it's on the disrupt, they can't go. However, with the dispose into double race, they're trying to go onto LWW, and one more hit from the SF is gonna do it. Jakiro hitting the floor. Not bad, not bad. I mean, it is space for the Naga being created, right? And that's kind of the only goal of Gorilla. Get this Naga nice and fat. Make sure that Naga Siren is just gonna have a really sick game. Goes for a snare on the bottom tower to try and keep herself safe. Though Primal Beast, if he engages on you, you need to be careful. Getting away from one. Shadow Fiend's actually gonna get hooked into the Patch, who really just wanted TZY. And instead, MKS is gonna go down. Unity Gaming not having the game of their life. However, Xiaoyu says, I got this on that 5-2-in-1. Primal Beast will go for a pulverized kill onto YP there, making sure they get at least one good kill.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Invoker ran down by Fonte. Fonte with the Solar Guardian coming in, he can actually take that man fight. And this Dawnbreaker, this is the second time TZY has come in last second to turn around an engagement that Unity were not prepared for. It's not like there's any danger coming away from that. Well, at this point, really fat Fonte Naga though. Yeah, well, you're going 1-1-4 on a Naga Siren. Correction, 1-1 and 5 on a Naga Siren. Every time somebody's about to kill Naga, in comes a huge Solar Guardian. Even if Naga just wants kills, in comes that Solar Guardian. So this is an excellent way of playing for Protect 1. It's really easy to execute, can't possibly be punished, and whenever your enemy makes a mistake, you can immediately be there. Thanks. In comes the rebound. With a lot of damage for the SF coming out, and SF got a CKB, is gonna reveal that. And that's gonna be 1 kill, that's gonna be 2 kills. That's a huge Requiem, and that's gonna be making for at least 3 kills. In exchange for absolutely nothing. MKS coming in and sees the disaster. It is 4k gold lead now for the side of Gorilla, and it seems playing the heroes they feel most comfortable on is the way to win here. As that is gonna be, you're gonna do stop her and get Marcied. I doubt that's gonna be the case. Nice hook on TZY. MKS getting him the fastest flash in the world. Now on top lane, it's the initiation yet. And it looks like there's gonna be, with this Unleash being pressed, and look at the damage that Primal Beast did take there. With the Nugget Siren in position to hit him, he's just stepping out of position and dying. Now Salad gets caught before he can leave again with the Nugget Siren route, and that means it's gonna be at least 1 tower, if not a lot more of gold lead.
How about I do this?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Base, however, it is gonna be a hard one to defend because Shadowfeet, he is such an absolute boss. He's not gonna be for much longer. That's the nature of SF, but he has that crucial timing he needs right here, right now. Now in comes the Patch, getting himself yet another flash heap. The hero, just to walk out of there. And now it's down to only 2 heroes being still alive from the side of Gorilla. They still had to use a lot of buyback, still had to throw resources at Gorilla non-stop to defend the base on the side of Unity. So it's up to Unity to make a play, find a good team fight, find something. Actually, they could use quite a bit of resources and value to still get this patch an acceptable amount of impact throughout this game. Mostly because everybody hits so hard, you want to buy a bit of tankiness, a bit of armor. Absolutely a rapier, or not necessarily a rapier, but you get what I mean, right? The type of all or nothing game in which you have absolutely no problems picking up a rapier now. Because, yeah, 5 more minutes of this and Unity Gaming have just lost. Naga Siren only starting to come online once again. Well, it's now actually feeling a little more like a carry with full Heart Trask and Orchid, and that's typical Manta style.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Over on the top triangle, we get a Solar Guardian coming out, pulverized onto the Shadow Feast of Xiaoyu, who just wants to die in a good heroic fashion, allow his team to maybe fight initiation off of him suiciding instead. However, it is just gonna be Jakiro taken down, and a few right clicks from Fonte are gonna do the trick.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Patch gets ran down by a ton of Naga Illus. The Aghanim Scepter is making quick work of them. Naga, you're not yet tanky enough to fight into the Patch, and it looks like that means Unity will have their base defended. Not just that, but they will get a follow-up hook onto YP and a second follow-up in the form of the Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker is finally enough to kill off the Patch. However, SF stuck in an awkward position on that middle lane, and SF is gonna go down. Dawnbreaker still trying to man fight up. And that is going to be the Dawnbreaker caught and finally killed off. That took a while. Just killing off the Dawnbreaker took some on that work for the time being. We're going to see whether or not they'll make a comeback, facilitate a turnaround somehow here. Salad, he's just ratting. He manages to split push down the bottom tier 2 tower. That's a huge objective because a lot of the gold on Gorilla is tower gold, so that makes for an easy comeback condition. Now it looks like SF BKB Requiem. However, Pudge is... Yeah, Pudge is dead. Now Primal Beast will get one return kill out of that, but guess what? It's only Mirana and Primal Beast alive still. Shadow Fiend is sitting like a boss. So is the Naga Siren, and down goes the Primal Beast. Mirana sitting on the back line like, what the crap just happened? Well, Naga Siren happened, and Fonte, he wants more to happen. So he's gonna send his Illus at the Jakiro. Well, that's gonna be one Many Rex down, one lane of Rex down actually. Manta style to purge off the debuffs and looking for one of those kills. In comes the Marcy with a nice rebound. Mirana rooted up, a few more hits to the face, and down she goes. Down goes the Jakiro. I think that's GG. Yep, 1-1 in the grand finals here. A bit of a more one-sided game. I was so hoping that Pudge Aghanims was gonna like make this a 40 to 50 minute game of Dota where anyone could take the victory. Instead, damage.
Choose your hero.
Steal as much money as you can, make the enemy buy as much regen as you can, and then hope that that's enough to bring your team online while you give them track kills. Sniper trying to secure his Clockwork, but Clockwork will be the first death in the end, thanks to the Eidolons just dealing so much damage. Fonte now running for his life is gonna get back under the tower. Still taking a lot of right click though. And it looks like with that unity, they have at least taken back one of the side lanes in their favor. This Enigma and Rubik are now able to contest the sniper a lot easier, are now able to shut down Fonte's farm a little more. Because Fonte, he is sitting on top of last. It's like I said, on average throughout the lane he is gonna farm really well. And Spectre only now feeding the pressure. Mars ticks out to the silencer with one more super long range right click. Kind of a shame that Dolphin didn't get +2 int. But he is level 6 now. He is gonna get like both of his early spells level max so incredibly quickly. Then you can scale 1 point in the glaze, go for a gank, and you're pretty much the time being Xiaoyu, saving up for the mana boots while trying to deal with the silence who came over to his lane. But instead it is gonna be another death on Salad. Gorilla do have themselves a 3-0 lead. This silence in mid lane pick is actually working wonders for them so far in terms of the space it's created. Though I really want to see it pick up the glaives here as soon as possible. Come on, Silencer, you want that in, right, Dolphin? Right, man? +2, -2 for the enemy. Doesn't that sound really good? You know what doesn't sound good? A Mars Arena in the face of the sniper. At least not for Fonte, as he will be taken down with a spear and a Malefice just for the added damage. Over on top lane, TZY, even without the Doom, just off of the score, however, rotates over to the mid lane, and Sniper always happy if he's able to secure himself a couple of lasts for free somewhere. However, these are not gonna be free, they are in fact gonna be paid with your blood, Fonte. Down you go to that arena plus spear. Yeah, Mars right now, he is a really nasty nuker. Of course, Silencer this time around, he is gonna be the one to be initiated on for a change instead of just nuking everyone from half them every way. With the Mars Arena, they may still find the damage on Silencer, and one more hit is gonna do it. The Golem will finish the kill. Dolphin, he finally goes on down, and this is why I think you should skill a value point in the Glaze, because as the Silencer, eventually you become worth so much that even a 2-for-1 trade for you is almost worth it. Like, sure, this wasn't quite a good deal, but if I'm getting items, then you reach that timing where Spectre is just gonna jump him every single time with that Manta style, with the Aghanim Scepter, and it is gonna be that value Mage Slayer build for the Spectre. Guru as well as Dolphin going down to a beautifully placed Mars Arena as well as the Spectre haunting in will make for 2 easy pickoffs. Yeah, if people die so fast, it's almost impossible to follow that through on a team fight. Dolphin is gonna buy back on that Silencer. Well, he does need a lot of money to even be online. He does have the BKB now and a lot of armor going, which should be enough to keep him tanked up and keep him alive. And well, Enigma is gonna run on and is gonna get doomed up and just shut down by Fonte Sniper. Sniper getting himself a lot of gold out of that kill. And from the looks of it, Enigma does have that Rave Pact, which did just give Sniper a little bit of gold there. Which means this item timing is huge, but also means that Unity Gaming, their draft now should be team fighting around the Golem and Black Hole cooldown the Etherlands by then. So that may be another crucial timing for Unity to fight. Because I think they do need to fight whenever they have like 2 or 3 big ultimates. As soon as they're about to have 3 instead, however, Spectre jumping forward will just kill off the Silence, and Silencer, he is quite squishy for how high his health pool is. Salad is gonna get killed off, as will Xiaoyu by the Sniper, and LWW is gonna be ran down. So it will be a 3-for-1 by the end. A beautiful kill on the Silencer setup. However, that beautiful kill is gonna give Gorilla enough gold that now not all of that gold is on the Doom. In fact, a lot of it has been generated by the Midas of the Sniper. And Sniper has just gotten himself an incredible amount of net worth, an incredible amount of gold. He is gonna try to use that to kill off mid, to kill off Knight, and with that BKB, he should be able to succeed. Spectre dealing so much damage, however, not quite having the easiest time. Man fighting into the Sniper MKS. Is he gonna make it against the knockback? Nope, he is not, in fact. Holy crap, with the lifesteal, Fonte just man fighting it up till the bitter end, staying alive against 2, and I think feeding the Sniper like that means you are now up against a very, very uphill battle. Common occurrence, because guess what? That wasn't the Haunt, that was the Shadow Step. And next team fight, Haunt is gonna be ready as well. Plus you're gonna have the Haunt plus Shadow Step combo for the first time, which is super annoying. You can throw that extra Illu on somebody, make them believe that's the real Spectre, then have the real Spectre join the fight after they have used spells on that one Illu. And a nice catch on the Doom, who is just gonna be executed by the Spectre. And an immediate follow through on Guo. Battery Assault, it's great in a one-on-one. It's not so great if 4 people are giving the Clockwork a big old group hug. With 2 people dead, now the Roche Pit is gonna be looked at for the first time in the game. And it looks like it will be a Spectre haunting forward onto the Silencer. The Silencer has the BKB and the Global, and that is instead gonna be the Spectre dying for the first time. However, there's the Mars Arena, and we're gonna see Mars trying to go for a TP out. Decides against it,
Radiant's middle tower is under
as the Arena has already kept everybody back sufficiently. Hookshot from the Clockwork into both the Doom as well as that Rubik. And Salad is gonna go down, as will the Doombringer, and lastly Xiaoyu is gonna go down to the Bounty Hunter. I do think it's really nice that you get a
double damage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now W goes on down to Fonte, and Knight immediately has the TP, but there is a hookshot, and that means Sniper now able to just be so annoying. Out comes the Global Science as well to help out the Sniper. Right click everybody down, the Spectre Illus dishing out chunks of damage to both Fonte and Guo though. And Doom with the double damage route. Is he gonna be able to turn this fight around with Fonte still sitting in the back? Of course he is. Yeah, Sniper having a Doom as a frontliner and Doom having a Sniper to back him up. It's actually such a good synergy and a really strong combo.
Radiant are scanning.
Knight goes on down to TZY. This TZY Doombringer doing work both with and without ultimate. Now Silencer has been picked off by the Sniper somewhere. Probably with the Illus Doom. Will he get the Rubik? Nope, he will not. As she is still a very slow moving spell. And Doom may not even be able to get himself out from how much pure damage he's taking. Nice hook shot onto the Spectre instead, and it looks like Spectre fell for a bait that cost Primal his life. However, Fonte is now in exactly the position he wanted. Can right click down on people from a high ground while not having to worry about positioning. But guess what? He walked under a ward, and that's gonna be the insta kill from the Spectre. I mean, the last time we saw this matchup, it was also the Spectre winning it. It was here is gonna be to just kind of get the game snowballing, get the heroes that are more slow and control heavy to snowball and pick up a bit. Well, Fonte is gonna get himself a pick-up kill onto Xiaoyu for starters, but in comes the Spectre ultimate global silence, so Spectre cannot in fact haunt in. Out comes the golem to keep them all there. Fonte out of position, or is he really, as he manages to turn around onto the Rubik? Is not gonna be able to get that kill, but with the BKB he can at least stand his ground. Sniper hitting into the Warlock Golem, hitting into anything he can really. Out comes the Mars Arena though, zoning him and everyone else away, and it is still a beautiful team fight, once again resulting in a simple 2-4-2. Tier 3 tower getting shoved in by the Spectre, who just has come at me. I got this Persian gaming. I am too tanky for you to ever hit into me. We're gonna see if it works out, and with the Bounty Hunter getting arenaed up, that is gonna be one huge kill to start things off. Bounty Hunter stuck in the Enigma AoE and damage over time. Enigma is gonna die for that kill, and Spectre is gonna get doomed up. Yeah, there is the counter initiation that Gorillas have been looking for like 3 times now at the bare minimum, and boom, an assassinate is gonna do it. That's a double kill for Fonte on that sniper. Sniper, he got a fat stack of cash for that. Spear to the tree, Golem comes on out, Mars gets broken though, and with sniper's damage, it is just too much. It's even too much for the Golems, although Fonte doesn't finish right clicking that one down, as there's juicier targets on the map. They will find the Doom, and they will kill the Doom. It's still very, very good of a play, provided Sniper is able to finish off those wrecks. And with how hard he's pushing, he might, however, nope. As now 3 people are back. Fonte needs to be evacuated, or does he? Presses BKB, turns around into LWW. One more hit and Warlock is gonna be dead. High ground miss, not enough to save his dive. Now Spectre, silver edges and runs out of there. As Clockwork already got himself a blink dagger, is gonna blink out from the Mars Arena, leaving the Bounty Hunter behind to be speared. With the Rave Pact on him, Bounty Hunter is taking very little damage and will manage to get himself invisible. Out comes the Black Hole, 1-man Black Hole on the Sniper. Enigma is gonna get stunned, but with the BKB, he is gonna be entirely fine. Now it's that Guo on the run. And despite that 7k gold lead, for the side of Gorilla, it's still not gonna be enough to finish the Medirex over on the bottom lane. Even being able to get a tier 3 that early and that decisive is already huge. But they didn't get the Doom out, and I think the best way to play this, just judging by how well Fonte's freaking Slark was shut down, would be the Aghanims and then self-dooming. Because if you just stand next to the Sniper with the Doom, which is already kind of the game plan anyhow, right? Then good luck haunting on the Sniper and getting out again. That's just gonna lead to the real Spectre being doomed the second you go in there. And as you can see, the real Spectre needs to be doomed, or something needs to be shut down in some way, shape or form, because that is a full-blown Moonshard being purchased on the Spectre since last fight. And MKS, he also had a full-blown Skadi finished, in case some of you didn't catch that, because I didn't really talk about those items, just showed them once or twice. Dolphin with the Spectre, so he is gonna go down. MKS takes so much damage to the face, which he's gonna redistribute with the AoE, and now you got that really good Doom on the Spectre, but guess what? Sniper isn't there to deliver the follow-up damage. Make sure that that Spectre is actually dead. Hunter, get everyone so rich that you can just Ignore the Spectre hitting you, for one example. Also Doom up on the Enigma, meaning no black hole for this engagement, as now Rubik takes one right click after the other to the face. So that was the refresher map revealed from the Doom, who did get 2 Dooms out before getting ran down by the Spectre. MKS gets spotted out, does have the mental illness to work with. Fonte is gonna get Mars Arena, is gonna walk out of there, and will be black hole together with the bounty hunter instead. The black hole on the mark means Enigma is out of position though after it ends, but the damage is still very much there in order to make sure that that isn't actually a problem. Well, it looks like the guys are having fun. They are enjoying themselves with how many voices are coming out. Fonte. That may be the kind of answer that you've been looking for. And while Spectre is still pushing in, Xiaoyu, he gets caught by the sniper before the teamfight is even gonna start. Now a global silence comes out as the initiation is there from the Doom as well as the Clockwork. And first life gone on Spectre. Can they kill Spectre again with the BKB on silence? It sure looks so. And yes, that is -2 and going the way of silence as Sniper. The one who needs it the most gets the kill. And Clockwork is gonna set up another kill for his knight. Yeah, at the current rate, this game is just about in the back. We're gonna see whether Dota is right or not, because I think Sniper, he is just such a hard hero to make a comeback against me, constantly getting headshot and knocked back.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower.
It's still gonna be a lane of Rex. Easily gotten. But Spectre, not wanting to lose the game like this, is just gonna buy back. Out comes the hook shot to cancel the black hole. Enigma cocked up for too long and too bad of a spot. It's just gonna die to the sniper. And with that Chaos Guru is gonna die in the fray. Bounty Hunter will die to Mars Arena. Fonte is still alive though. Sniper not gonna do anything off of his invis other than farm. Which is fair, you can still replace your boots with the game. Now down comes the Mars Arena. And so far, still nobody dying here. Everybody keeps their distance, but with the black hole on Doom that may change soon. But instead it's gonna be Xiaoyu dying again. And the black hole is just not gonna do enough. Instead, Warlock gets poked back into the base where he can sit with the Rubik and talk about how fun it is to have big spells you can drop on the team fights. Knight goes on down to the 3-fat silencer. And while I do love the silencer pick, and I did love this draft, I think it...
You may now select your heroes.
Mars is gonna be the last pick for the side of Unity. That arena, a huge tool to keeping your squishy carry safe. Both the Drow Ranger and the Leshrac also is gonna get ran down. Whereas Knight, I think it's looking like a good enough Leshrac game for him. He's quite satisfied, but he can't lose his momentum too early either. And well, as we talk about that momentum, MKS on the Drow Ranger gets found. They are gonna try to go for the first blood, and one more hit is gonna do it. Drow Ranger is gonna get killed by Dolphin. Dolphin can now take that gold advantage to the mid lane to get himself a good bottle timing. Has a fairy fight to try and stay alive. LWW is still running him down, and with a final right click from the Leshrac, he is gonna die. The rune is gonna get taken by the side of Unity Gaming, and it looks like LWW trying for a kill, and Guru will get that one, but Nikki Assassin is there to at least make sure it's a return kill. 2 for 2. The first blood bonus gold is gonna Spirit Vessel. What else? There's a bunch. Rave Pack? Is that still a thing? Do people still build Rave Pack Dawnbreaker? Because if you come on in with the Soda Guardian and you Rave Pack, it suddenly turns around an entire team fight. But as a position 5 support, you may not get the timing for a Rave Pack to actually be worth it. Still, the fact that Dawnbreaker is just a support that gets a lot of value out of every big item you buy on her. Makes her kind of scale very well into the late game, makes her scale really well off of gold for support. YP dies on the top lane and on bottom lane. Everyone is gonna stay alive. It's always the kills you don't look at, as TZY managed to kill off LWW the second we leave with our camera, of course. Instead, Lashrank gets a gank from the techies, who with a mine will slow down Dolphin enough to go for a kill with the Lash ultimate. Excellent timing. Wait, they didn't have Lash ult actually. Never mind. They just got level 5, not level 6. But they get level 5 on the Lash and immediately use that level 5 for a gank and to run down the Pangolier, because once you get an XP advantage as a Lashrank, you do not want to let go of it. Witch Doctor is gonna be nuked in just a matter of seconds with the help of techies there. But if Xiao Yu dies to the Void, it's not even that great of a trade, because it's a support for core. And all of these kills are going the way of Faceless Void, who's also just doing an amazing job harassing techies out of the lane as his damage potential grows and grows. We're gonna see how scary Fonte is gonna get. MKS on the Drow range is still second in last hits, still having a really good lane, even with Neeks and Doom kind of trying to push the aggression, kind of trying to make this.
See behind the eyes.
Drow Ranger could be in a bit of trouble as 3 are converging onto MKS. MKS gets a nice gust out. Now TZY is gonna run him down with the Doom, and Witch Doctor will come on in too. However, the damage from the supports is just unreal. Salad almost dead. It's gonna slow up the Doom. It's gonna play some cheeky mines in the tree line. And TZY, one more hit and he's dead. Pangolier will finish off the techies. Dolphin is now stuck in those trees. Dawnbreaker though, not really able to punish him for it, and he is gonna be able to just Quelling Blade himself out of there. Dawnbreaker dodges the swashbuckle. Is gonna get rolled down with the Rolling Thunder, and thanks to those little rocks, Pangolier gets himself a double kill. Dolphin, he may have been struggling like throughout the just as good as the game as this fight, as this Pangolier. And Pangolier, yeah, he hasn't had the easiest of games either. Witch Doctor is gonna go on down. Faces Void. Witch Doctor get a kill in exchange for that, and with the Chronosphere is gonna get the 1 kill. Asked for a high 5 before leaving, fair enough. Just a 1-man Chronosphere, but a 1-man Chronosphere to get you some crucial Maelstrom timing. At the Maelstrom, it is now coming in on his courier. Whereas the Drow Ranger still looking for Yasha. Wait, actually I think that's Yasha completed. Or no, that's Dragonlance completed and now going for the Yasha. The damage to kill off Lishrak. Delaying, no, actually he already has the Bloodstone, what the hell. Making him all the more difficult to kill, but also more important of a target. Yeah, I want to see how Lash died. Oh, so they doomed and Rolling Thundered him with then the arena being dropped. Makes sense. Speaking of, the next Mars arena is gonna go onto the Nyx Assassin. So, actually it was dropped first thing of that fight, because 1.5 minutes ago, never mind. Pangolier on the bottom lane, he is getting dropped low health for that one. Witch Doctor with the Maledict and the Spirit Vessel should at least have return kill on the techies, and yeah. It's gonna be a trade, and well, it may be a beneficial Witch Doctor trade in a 1v1. You don't want to trade right now if you're Gorilla. They just want to wait for their Chronosphere and then go ahead, Chronosphere some people to the face for tons and tons of damage. What's up with the Doom though? He prints tons and tons of money, and I mean he's top of course, which is kind of worrying for the Void. Oh, speaking of Void, he got downed in his own jungle actually. Just nuked down by Soda Pangolier. By Soda Pangolier, what? By... Not nuked down despite the Soda Pangolier, there we go. English hard. I'm sorry guys, but I did wake up when this freaking series started. Now a Witch Doctor ultimate onto the Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker is gonna drop with the help of a Nyx Assassin. Kills left and right, but the majority of them, and more importantly the most valuable ones, still very much going the way of Unity Gaming. Nyx Assassin is gonna get caught, is gonna get killed by the Drow Ranger. Just one swift burst of arrows swooping down the high ground. Lashrak going for the stun, going for the huge AoE, however. Remember the Solar Guardian we talked about? Well, that's gonna be that. RIP. Disastrous fight so far, and the Chronosphere. Can he at least kill the Lashrak to kind of salvage this? Lash is gonna go down now. Void needs to get out. Is not gonna be able to get it out though. Now Doom trying to brawl up against the Mars, and it is gonna be both of them dropping. Yep. Okay, and with that, Drow Ranger,
For my stone.
another highly valuable target. However, MKS, he is just so hard for the Neeks to catch a lockdown. Neeks only deals with his Illus, and the real Drow Ranger is gonna be left alive. Doom will jump the real Drow Ranger, however, without the ultimate. Can you even go for this kill? MKS says nope, you can't. And giving her a hug is of course the best option for dealing with that Drow Ranger. TZY is gotta press the BKB, runs down MKS last second. Is now awfully low health. Knight comes on in for the cleanup kill. However, look at this Witch Doctor play with the Aghanim charge. He's gonna be able to keep himself alive. Presses the Voodoo Ward. And on the other side of that fight, an arena got dropped for TZY on the Doom. Yet another horrible fight, and I mean Void is generating a little bit of GPM. They find themselves the Philosopher's Stone, which is also going to be humongous for keeping yourself in this game. However, Pangolier goes down in the mid lane, and that just goes to show that Unity's aggression, it's impossible to hold your own against. And well, game number 5, I would be pretty hyped for one. And X Assassin, maybe this time around, able to survive at least long enough to set something up for his team. Nope. He's gonna go down. Doom has to jump in, initiate. Is gonna throw out the Doom on the Mars, as they are full well aware the arena is still available. Out comes the cask, but Witch Doctor just dropped.
Just stand there.
MKS, he hit so hard. He like 2 shots Witch Doctor. Gorilla, they are gonna go for this Roshan. And with the Drow Ranger, it should not be a problematic Rosh at all. On the contrary, it melts like a freaking kid. Who's gonna get the Aegis question?
Shaman has fallen to the Dire.
Let's track, fair enough. Oh, on bottom lane, Nix Assassin goes for a blink stun. And that will be a follow up on LWW, who is surprisingly tanky for support, but it is still just a support kill. Now the second Witch Doctor ultimate comes on out. Well, once again, Pangolier is keeping 2. Oh my god. Humanity, Mars jumps on in, wants to arena, but he is gonna get doomed. Now Lashback with BKB able to confident frontline though, and the gold lead back down to 13,000 in favor of Unity Gaming. They swing it back up with the Lashback still man fighting, but Lash is finally gonna go down for the first time. No crossfire available, and Void, he is gonna die to just attack his mines already. Yeah, no, I think this is over. And for once this game isn't over because you're lacking damage, but this game is over because of the lack of health pools. Everyone is in Techie's one-shot range, everyone is in combo range, and the combos, they are certainly there from Unity Gaming. Unity, sure, they only have the Techies and the Lash surviving, but Lash, he is supposed to be the space carrier, your best bets, because if you show the Lash, if you show the Grow, your enemy already got their first target sorted out.
Mine is truly impressive.
But on the top lane, it is just gonna be Salad dying, who didn't even make a lot of nice space with the runes, right? So like he de-pushed the lane and took 2 creep waves. We're gonna see the Nyx Assassin buyback at 70 seconds. No techies means no burst damage for this team fight available. Mars Arena comes on out. Void has the BKB active with the Witch Doctor ultimate. Xiao Yu still not taking any damage, and Witch Doctor is gonna go down, as will Dolphin on that Pangolier. And the Pangolier just too far behind. A nice 2-man stun onto the Lashback as well as Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger is dead. Maybe they can still come back from this, as Fontaine now is gonna catch LWW. 3 for 2. Despite losing the Witch Doctor, he did get a lot of ultimate value out. And Doombringer, he still has that Doom. Pangolier trying to jump the Drow Ranger, but Drow Ranger is tanky if you don't get a Blink Doom initiation on her. With the Witch Doctor stun, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Witch Doctor has gotten out the death ward, and thanks to the medic, Drow is already dead. Doom is just gonna tank her to contain her damage. from Guo, and Guo getting the maximum duration death ward off. Got himself 2 kills out of that. Is gonna run away from the Leshrac as long as he can. Leshrac now out of position, needs to test him with the mana burn, doing his best to keep him contained, but Leshrac still too strong. Doom teleporting out of there. Void just now respawning, but 60 seconds means no Chronosphere, so basically Void isn't there still. It is gonna be a gank onto the faces Void, and boom go the mines. Explosions, say the techies, and yes, explosions indeed. Unity Gaming, they just need to make sure not to throw their lead, and you can just see them jumping all over the map, making sure to engage fights head on, killing off those high value heroes, and even TZY is going to be found on the Doom. No longer able to escape the draw range. MKS is waiting for those Rex. The snowball out of control, and I mean, Pango, he did have a hard lane, so it's kind of unsurprising that he wasn't able to truly 1v5 this game. Faceless Void, the pick was a bit iffy. It was the only, like with the Void combo, it's so easy to execute, but then when the death ward doesn't just kill anyone within a chrono duration anymore, that's when crap gets awkward. Pangolier with the Feral Blade or Ghost Scepter able to live for just a little while longer, but they will kill him off with the help of Knight, and that is gonna mean at least the mid tier 1 tier 3 tower is gonna fall. Buyback gets committed on the Pangolier, and the only one for buyback ready is this Witch Doctor. Now immediately Mars Arena gets dropped, making sure it's dieback right off the bat, and Leshrac, he already starts hitting the tier 4 tower as GG gets called, and the grand finals are gonna go to a game number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, Unity Gaming, they finally managed to play a game that just looks like it's theirs from the moment it Urza with Battle Fury, right? You're not gonna skip the Battle Fury unless you come really far ahead throughout the entire laning stage and then feel like you don't need to push that lead any further. The last Unity play a flawless game without really any big mistakes before, though doing it this draft is also gonna be quite a bit harder, and you can already see the aggressive start from the side of Unity, who want to make sure that they get themselves the first, but get themselves the lead by killing off Dolphin and LWW, getting himself the first blood on the Bane. Not a hero where that really matters or pushes the momentum. I mean, Bane, fittingly, he did get the first blood, so him dying in exchange for it would only be fair. With the Brain Sap, he is going to be able to tank 2 more hits, 3 more hits, and I think Bane is fine. What a chase! Ladies and gentlemen, LWW is gonna be able to survive that though, thanks to 2 mangoes as well as tangos constantly being eaten.
As I expected.
Wait a second, Viper. Oh god. I mean, you obviously knew the Mirana was missing, and in your lane, she was right there next to Viper up against him. And Morphling, he's just all too happy laning against the Shrek, surprisingly enough, but as the Morph, you can shift your attributes back and forth, so as long as you don't get caught too hard, you're always going to be able to kill off TZY. TZY is going to go down on that Morphling. And Urza going 1-0, so that could be problematic, but your Morphling is at least coming online. Toss back onto the Pangolier. Tiny at least getting a good chunk of harass damage in. If only he had spells left to go for more nuke damage. Tiny taking a chunk of damage, but this time around with the avalanche setup, the chain stun is on the mark. Snowball coming through, but it does not matter as Mirana is there to secure the kill.
You'll never touch that coin.
And I'd call that a job quite well done, honestly.
Is under attack.
This is just level 2 Fury Swipes. It's gonna get quite a chunk stronger, almost twice as strong. Lich gets caught, Frost shields himself up, out comes an arrow onto the Morphling. Morphling just dead. Snowball attempt from the Tusk to get himself out, but Lich will catch him Mirana in a position to body block, and Urza with the Fury Swipes almost getting a kill, but it will be secured by that Spirit Vessel Orb. Well, momentum. Morph looking for the Urza is gonna find Fonte, wants to get the Fury Swipe on him to prolong that one. Morphling may have gone a little bit too deep, however with that snowball. Instead, Guo is now gonna be the one in trouble, and Guo is indeed gonna go down. Tusk backs himself up as he doesn't want to kill steal from the Morph, and Morph will be fine. MKS getting himself a double, that's just huge. That makes the game for the Urza even harder, because not only did he die once after he plays super careful, but Morphling also kind of outscales you. At least in the fact that he's a ranged carry and can on mid lane, Guo together with Fonte waiting. For the kill attempt. Fonte is gonna run down the ledge, and that's gonna be the Tusk, I mean, that's gonna be the kill for starters. Urza goes down next, and Tangolier will make it a 2-for-1 trade. Viper trying to kill off Guo will succeed, so it's a 2-for-3. Urn of Shadows was enough, but you should not over-rely on that urn damage as it's not percentage based and doesn't scale. Still a nice return kill. YP, he is doing the work this game. Just instantly throws an arrow in the face of the Tusk if they know for sure they got damage for it. But that will be the next follow-up kill. And now Lich comes on in, doesn't get the chain frost bounce he was looking for though. And instead people dying left and right.
Dire's bottom
1k gold lead after that for the side of Unity Gaming. Lash not quite, do need to find somebody for yourself. Lich gets nightmared, Bane just dishing out a couple of right clicks, and one more right click from the Bane is gonna do it, and Lich is just dead, yeah. On bot however, for that Viper gets tossed, gets avalanched, and killed off with that poison. Down goes the bottom tier 1 tower. And now it's gonna look like Lash as well as the Tiny in a bunch of trouble. That's just another Lash rack lane getting pushed out. But nobody wants to refight for a free creep wave for a tier 1 mid tower yet. Instead they do want to fight the Mirana, and Mirana is gonna die. Tiny will be Fiend Script. With the Pangolier and the Morphling there's a fat chance. Yeah, Dolphin is just dead. Without any interruption it allows you to go for kills in such an aggressive fashion. The Lash ultimate was kept on there, and now he's able to press the Bloodstone, life-stealing onto 3. Even with the break, this Lash is still gonna go down. However, did manage to get 2 return kills there, which really shouldn't be happening, as now with an Avalanche toss, it's actually one fight for the side that didn't initiate, and Gorilla, they are super pleased with that. They can pat themselves on the back. The only one they find is Mirana, and YB gets himself back.
For the dead.
Radiant are scanning.
Roll in from the Tusk. Angelier comes on in with Rolling Thunder of his own. Who needs a snowball when you are the snowball? But Leshrac, the Disco Pony with the lifesteal, just gets himself a triple kill. Did I say triple? I'm sorry, ultra kill. The last one alive is the Morphling, who makes up most of the gold lead and is almost at that point.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle
Bottom tier 2 tower. Getting wrecked. Morph will get caught. You need to keep this Morphling alive, and MKS, he does keep on right clicking. Will get Spirit Vesseled up, and that's gonna be Salad dying, and the Morphling will be the second target. Unity Gaming, they're finally able to bring in that Morph, but Morph didn't have the Skadi yet, was just a couple hundred gold off. And with that Morph death, it's now looking even better for Gorilla, as their Urza has that Aegis going. Overall measurements more powerful. However, Tiny, he's more than just a synergy enabler, as you can see from that nuke damage. And the nuke damage is only gonna grow the longer this game goes on, so eventually he is just gonna be able to reliably one-shot just about anyone. Urza will be locked down, will be broken. Is trying to stay alive as best he can for reinforcements to arrive. The reinforcements are there. Viper gets tossed out of position. Two-man Swashbuckle is going to keep him alive against this Urza. And Urza will go down with the Rolling Thunder. Now Lash makes sure the Viper is actually dead before looking to run down the Morphling. Instead running down at Salad, because the real Morphling's already out. And that means Knight on that Pangolier will be the next target. Will get a kill on that Mirana. But for that Mirana, you are going to die, sir. That is Slashrack. Beyond godlike. With a triple kill, and this Lashrack, he's died 6 times, which is a ridiculous amount for a hero like Lashrack. However, every time he did die by the Mirana. And yeah, that's gonna be a very quick kill on the Vibe, because with the Urza, you just tear to shreds. And now Bane as well as Tusk gets caught by a 2-man Lash stun, and Lashrack with so much AoE will still see as the Tusk gets out of there, and he will manage to teleport himself back. TZY now looking to push down the mid tier 2 tower. MKS is gonna teleport himself out, so he is gonna be fine. Morph now finally starting to hold his ground, though it may just be a little bit too late. LWW will get killed off with YP, and the Lash stun once again. And TZY, look at how sneaky he's being to make sure you kill off the Viper. Double kill for the YP Mirana. Now an instant kill on Guo will be made to happen by MKS. However, MKS on the Morph is gonna be stuck with that. And down goes the Tusk. TZY may die for that with the Bloodstone TP.
I just had to lead them a bit.
Eul's arrow onto the Bane. Bane is gonna be locked down with Urza's Fury Swipes and tons of damage. Xiao Yu will be killed off, not by the Chain Frost though, which means Urza takes a lot more damage than anticipated by the Morphling. Chain Frost is gonna bounce back around to him, and Fonte, he has no second life, no nothing. He is gonna be one shot down by the Morphling. Morphling now trying to waveform. The Lich isn't gonna connect with the waveform, but Rolling Thunder got him covered. Dolphin will be Swashbuckle Skull Bashered up, and that is now a 3v2. Unity, can they still hold on to this? Because their Morph, it's all important. And Morphling, yes, he will kill YP, but is gonna die for that one, so I'm not sure if that was really worth it, because now Dolphin with this Tiny Lash manages to jump himself LWW on that Bane, and Lashrack with a huge ultimate managing to hold himself online. Bane gets right kicked down into the face by the Tiny. Takes stack after stack after stack of that Viper poison, and it's gonna be a double kill for the Pangolier. So they hold. They ultimate, and his team already joining him. TZY also just backing himself up for now. Fonte will be the first to be caught with the Fiend Script, with the Swashbuckle, with Morph. Everything is being committed onto him. LWW goes on down to the Tiny for that one though. And now Tiny looking to trade for Salad, but Tiny's gonna fall first. Now Morphling gets Abyssal Bladed, meaning Urza can try to kill him off. MKS, one more hit is gonna do it, maybe two. He morphs really quickly though. So Urza with the Frost Shield still running after him, but guess what? Lash on the backlines, just killing off one support after the other, left and right. TZY having the game of his lifetime is gonna just melt through the mid tower. Guo is gonna go down on the Lich as well. 2 Knight on the Pango. And Mirana trying to run for her life. Does have 1 leap ready should you need it though. And that's the issue for the Pangolier because Urza is already there and will just right click him down.
How is it you heard?
I think with 21k gold lead, this may be GG though. Unity, they're doing whatever it takes to stay in the finals of the November mood, as of course it is gonna determine whether you get first prize or not, making the most difference in money as far as the prize money is concerned, as Salad goes down to Fonte. Well, it looks like Gorilla, they have provided us with non-stop amazing entertainment.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
And that is so much push. You don't even need the Urza to do any objective damage. Slowly but surely, the tier 4s are starting to get contested. Unity Gaming, there's no way they want to call GG, but I don't think they're going to last the full 44 seconds till Viper's back. And instead, Tiny gets the initiation with a 3-man avalanche. The Chain Frost bouncing around and still bouncing, and it will be a dead Salad as well as a dead Bane. With those 2 going down, I think GG. Yep, Salad calls it GG, well played. And with that, we have a winner for the Moon Studio November Mood. It is gonna be none other than Gorilla Gaming, getting themselves a victory, a well-deserved one at that.